Skidoosh. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive-In, your proper gaming talk show where we dive into the latest news in gaming every single week, and we have an actual conversation around it. I don't know what this, intro is anymore, bro. It's a blend between everything. Anyways, guys, we're your host Sandsology / Fair Enough / whatever my name is now, and of course we got JayDubbs over here.
What's
chilling
going on?
In a freaking thermal when it's 90 degrees outside.
Well, they had the AC on in my workplace, so.
Oh my god, there's no AC upstairs, up in my third floor. So I just got this little tiny fan. I'm just like, it's hot.
That sucks.
I got every window open and everything. Let's first make sure that sound works.
That sucks.
Every window open and everything. Hey, we have sound. So.
I'm going to do like a party celebration every time something goes right.
Seriously, that's kind of annoying. But anyways, guys, welcome back. It's Thursday, which means it's the proper gaming talk show. We're going to be diving into another gaming topic for you guys today. This one is kind of relevant to today's, just gaming sphere.
Ecosystem.
Yeah, this is a weird topic. Just because it's been going on for a while, and we've talked about it a little bit here and there. We talked about specific instances, but we're going to be breaking down more like the just overall general topic a little bit more for you guys today. And that topic is just straight up bad video game takes, just horrible video game takes. This one stems from the first one and the most recent one that fans have been mad for whatever freaking reason. And I'm going to let Jules take over this one because this is the one he found. And then we'll jump into a couple others after this. But what's the take, dude?
This actually, so like usually when the gaming sphere puts out something that is generally unsettling, I can just wave it off. General, whatever. Yeah. But this one was just legitimately annoying. I mean, it struck a chord with me. That doesn't usually happen. So... I came across an article pretty much talking about PlayStation Showcase, everything that happened with that. And there seems to be some people just can't be satisfied anymore. There seems to be some negativity surrounding the show. And it was that and ironically with the biggest game reveal, not to mention, with Spider-Man 2. And it's like, well, what could you hate about Spider-Man 2, right? Seriously. It's got the combat, it's got the story, it looks interesting. Kraven the Hunter looks badass. I can't wait to fight him. And then people. So there were a couple bad takes. Some people were saying the water didn't look good. It was looking kind of pixelated, like the droplets or whatever. And then
that's the same. Sorry, hold on. That's the same fucking argument that they had for the first game with the fucking puddle. Do you remember that whole controversy?
Oh my god,
around the fucking puddle. Oh my god, so dumb. But anyways,
no, yeah, that's a legitimate one. And then the big one that took the cake is that people were mad that the game takes place in New York. I said, that's crazy that a video game about a hero centered around the specific hero would take place in the place that he lives, right? It's
a New York-based hero that takes place in New York City. Let's move him to like Seattle or some shit and let him do stuff there, huh?
Like.
Guys,
I mean, if you were going to do a different place, it would have been when he went to London for vacation.
Yeah, right.
Miles Morales' story. Yeah. That would have been the time to do like a different place, or But this is not that. This is not some kind of spin-off story. No fill-ins. It's just the continuation of what they were doing before.
Seriously.
So if he's a hero that lives in New York, why would he not stay? Why would he go somewhere else? That doesn't make any sense.
No, seriously. Like I get the thing that like a lot of these superhero games are being placed in New York. A lot of superhero movies are set in New York. I get the kind of burnout of New York. I kind of get it. It makes sense, but at the same time, it's like this is a New York-based superhero. Other superheroes, we've seen them take place in other cities. Like we had, the Marvel's Avengers game start off in California and then move to New York and then kind of go all over the world. That was cool, even if the game ended up being mid, but the game, that bit in and of itself was still cool. And then you have, every single Spider-Man game has been based in New York. I
was about to bring that up. Every single one
is like, except for Shattered Dimensions, which kind of took place. I mean, that was going over tons of different dimensions, but they're just different dimensions of New York. So
yeah, I mean, look, there's no reason to have, but I get when games make a sequel and it's in the exact same place and they don't update the match or do whatever. Yeah. God of War kind of faced that, but they touched up a lot of the environments and made it look different.
That and they had it set in like you could access tons of different realms that you didn't have in the first game. So.
And I mean, you also had the same thing with Plague's Tale. Like Plague's Tale did some backtracking, but it looked completely different. It was like night and day between, And I know you can't really say much of that because you didn't play the games. But I know you watched a playthrough. You watched a playthrough of the first one, and they went back. I don't know if you remember, but they went back to the original, like their home. They went back to their family home at the end of the game, and it was like destroyed and covered in rat goo and just like. It was so much different than what it was in the beginning, So, I mean, I get when people say, "Oh, we need some diversity or whatever," but there was nothing about this game that made you think or assume that it would take place in any other place.
Yeah, right.
Besides New York.
Yeah, it's
his
like
Aunt May just died. Where's he going to really go? Like, whoops, my bad.
No, I mean that dude. That's such an old spoiler. So you're good. That game is from 2018. All right, if you didn't play it by now, that's your fault. Okay, stop. I don't even care at this point. That's just an old ass spoiler. You're good. No, but like I said, I get the burnout of New York. I do, but it's a New York based superhero. Every single game of Spider-Man is going to be set in New York, okay? Now,
or at least start off there.
Yeah, at least start off. He might like go off and do other shit with other characters or something like that. But for the bulk of his standalone games, they're going to take place in New York, okay? That's just something we got to deal with and be okay with. Now, I will say this, that, games set in the same area, they've got to make sure that they keep that area fresh. Like, Miles Morales did a really, really good job at that by making it set around Christmas time, so it had a whole different vibe,
Oh, yeah,
like Spider-Man was set over, like, I guess 6 months, because it went from, like, it didn't have winter, but it had, like, there's a rainy part of the game, there was, like, a sunny part, night sections, and shit like that. But, like, Miles Morales was set in just, like, a month or so. That was basically it. And it was just, Christmas. That was it. And that was cool. I like that. They made the area, they made New York feel fresh. Just a whole different vibe, So, and then, the first Spider-Man was set around Halloween, or at least went over Halloween. So, yeah, they have to do something to make the city feel fresh. And I think that's what they're going to be doing by giving us, like, the main city itself is going to be, it's going to be what's going to be, right? It's going to be New York City. But I feel like there's going to be more story bits that take place in smaller sections. Like we saw, like the harbor. There's that whole harbor mission. So I think we're going to see more of those more targeted area missions.
I also think, here's the thing. New York is a huge place. You're not going to see everything in one game.
It really is.
It's a very huge place. So, realistically, they could probably fit things and put story beats into nooks and crannies of New York.
Oh, yeah.
That you probably would have never seen otherwise, and you would have just swung right by it anyway.
Yeah.
So,
that's what I liked about the first game, because like there's so many little Easter eggs just tucked away in New York City. There's, like, Avengers Tower wasn't tucked away, but it was there. And then like the smaller ones, you had Nelson Ferguson? No, Foggy Nelson and Murdoch.
Yeah.
Nelson and Murdoch. You had, Daredevil's law office. You had Bleecker Street, which would be, was it Bleecker? Yeah, Bleecker Street, which would be Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum. You had all these little tiny little areas that kind of like brought the areas up a little bit, And even when he got into the ground floor, it was like, whoa, this is super, like, super detailed. So they could definitely add more detail to the city, and I'm sure they will with this new game. But I think I think they're just going to do more targeted story stuff. I think that's what they're going to be doing. I can expect.
I mean, this definitely opens up the conversation about general backtracking, because I remember we were talking about this a couple weeks ago with Jedi Survivor, and what's good backtracking, what's bad backtracking, whether you're talking about a whole game backtrack or within the game backtracking, because technically this is going to be a whole game backtrack. You're going back to the same place.
You're going back to the same city, but like I don't consider that actual backtracking. Because it's just the setting.
That's essentially what they're complaining about.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the setting. It's just the overall setting. Now, I mean, they're making it different a little bit because we're going to be able to go into Queens, which is really cool. We're going to be able to go off the island, which is dope. And as long as we don't end up going into Jersey, we're fine. I actually said that in a comment, I think on Instagram, whatever. They're like Spider-Man 2 goes outside New York, and I commented into New Jersey and the trash can emoji, and then someone commented again, like, what's wrong with New Jersey? And I was like, what isn't wrong with New Jersey? And I didn't reply. I'm like, exactly.
Man, you're really trying to start some fires,
New Jersey sucks, okay? I don't even fucking care. New Jersey's trash. Anyways.
No, I mean, I think even if he wanted to, I think it's literally impossible to swing across the ocean unless he's attached to a plane. So so I don't think they could even do that if they wanted to. Like mechanically, it wouldn't make sense, and game wise, it wouldn't make sense either.
Unless he's on a boat, plane, or goes over a bridge or something like. This is not 2002 Spider-Man swinging from the sky, okay, guys? Chill. Plus, I mean, come on. To be honest, New York City is the most iconic city in the entire United States, which is why a lot of characters are based there. So my thing is,
I would probably argue maybe Las Vegas or Miami. But
no, New York is by far the most notable state in the country. Like Miami, whatever. Las Vegas, sure, but for specific people, right? New York's, everybody in the world knows New York City.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I mean, New York City's cool. I love New York. Been there a bunch.
It's only because there's so many movies based in New York.
Well, that too.
In the early 2000s and the 90s.
It's literally
kind of horror movie.
It's literally the biggest
movie.
It's literally the biggest city in the United States. It's the largest city. So, I mean,
it has clout. It has clout because it's the Statue of Liberty. That's it.
That's not wild. That's such a wild take. That is such a out of pocket take. The Statue of Liberty is the only reason New York is cool, guys. Not the Empire State Building, Times Square, any of that.
I mean, all those things are really hollow and superficial, and what you get when you go to New York is a cramped city where nobody gives a fuck about who you are because you're just a number. A place where you get double the rent and half the space.
You're not wrong. I'm not arguing with you there. But there's other reasons New York is huge, okay? So anyways. But no,
garbage. Anyway.
But no.
I
Yeah.
What were we gonna say?
I forget what I was gonna say. I was just gonna riff, to be honest. I didn't know where to go from there. I don't know how we got here.
No, I think it's really unfair, I would say, to the creators or developers to say, oh, well, why don't you do something different? Well, it's just well, number one, that's not where the story's going. And number two, if we put it in a different place, we would have to change the story to make it make sense.
Yeah.
What's up?
You're right. No, fucking KJ. KJ, because he's watching it now. Hey, KJ, how you doing, buddy? Hope you hop on soon. Enjoying your dinger, though. He said, it's close to water and a cultural melting pot. Why are you so bitter?
Right, exactly.
Oh, and Raph actually is watching, too. Hey, Raph, how you doing, buddy? He also said, Spider-Man needs skyscrapers or tall buildings. New York just makes the most sense. Literally, yes. 100% yes. Yeah. Unless you said, like I said, that's why I threw out Seattle, because I'm you got, the needle, Space Needle and shit. And it's a big enough city, but yeah, no, New York is like literally, they call it the concrete jungle for a reason, okay, people? Anyways. God, it's stupid. It's stupid that that's a take. It's stupid that people are mad about Spider-Man being in New York. Like, stop. Even for video game purposes, it's a dumb take. It's a bad take, and I don't even care.
Yeah, I think people just wanted something to dislike about it, to be honest.
Probably. People just looking for a reason to hate, all right?
People just looking for Spider-Man's not my favorite character. Their universe isn't my favorite universe. But even I will just... I played the first one. I loved it. I played the second one. I played Miles Morales. It was great. And then the third one's just going to be in New York. Like, what do you want? Like,
just accept it at this point.
Could you tell me in the comments? Tell me in the comments. What exactly do you want from this game? And why do you hate it?
See, okay, so this is... Actually, I remember what I was going to say now. The thing that would make this world...
Oh, because we're talking about backtracking.
Yeah. Right? The thing that would make... this New York feel fresher and more vibrant and more like lived in is if we come across any of the other heroes in New York, which is what I've been saying since the first game. I want to see, Daredevil, or have a side mission with Daredevil. I want to have a side mission with Iron Man. I want to have a side mission with Doctor Strange, or even any of the Defenders. Like,
yeah, man, I do appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate the serious tone that they're going with Spider-Man and the whole solo thing. But I miss his wild games, man. You would just be on a mission and just randomly winning a Wolverine or Carnage, or just like, yo, okay, this is cool. Like, and I think Web of Shadows is my favorite Spider-Man game ever, just because of the fact that not only was the swinging and the combat amazing, it's still one of the only games where you could switch between the suit and his normal form.
Yeah, combo that's cool. That's dope.
And then the other thing is you play with so many heroes. It was Black Cat, there was Wolverine. And it was just like really cool, unique interactions. And then they got taken over by symbiotes, which is something that I've always wanted to see. I've always wanted to know what Wolverine.
You know what? We might fucking see some of that in this game. Okay, who knows? I mean, it looks like the symbiote's just going off. So who freaking knows?
So I do miss those games of Spider-Man. Yeah. Oh my god.
That'd be terrifying. That'd be scary.
I sent you that short where Yorin Lorenthal. I'm not pronouncing his name right. I'm sorry. He was just like, yo, man, you thought 12 minutes was a lot? I said, they were like, why'd you show us so much? He was like, yo, 12 minutes was not a lot. He was like,
wait, that's the voice. That was the guy who voiced Spider-Man. I thought that was one of the heads of Insomniac. I didn't know that's what he looked like. God damn, that dude's old.
That's Peter Parker.
Dude's old.
That's Peter Parker. That's Sasuke Uchiha, and that is the voice of Prince of Persia.
That's funny. I legitimately had never seen him, like a picture of him before. Like I never actually looked up the guy. Yeah. I've always just heard his voice. So I'm like, the fuck? I just thought that was one of the devs. I'm like, oh,
I still haven't seen the face of who voices Naruto. So, no, that's fair. That's understandable. I think it's just, sorry, tangent. I think it's just amazing how much range he has.
Seriously.
I have heard his voice in every facet of media. I am not lying. Like anime, American anime, like voiceover movies, like everything.
He's done a lot.
This man does not quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Impressive, man. Hats off to you, guy. I love you.
Random point before I move on. Speaking about like voice over people, like voice actors. I just want to see Sam Witwer in more live action projects. I love that man to death. He's awesome. Holy shit. I want a live action Star Killer movie or TV show or something. I just want it, and yes, please. Anyways, just put I just want Sam Witwer in more Star Wars stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna jump into
other hot takes.
Yeah, some hot takes. Like we got like the big one. That was the most like notable one. The one that we were touching on hard. But I have some dev hot takes or horrible takes. But
I got another recent one. That's related to Spider-Man. So
okay, let's go with that one. Let's go with that one before we move on.
This one got me so heated, yo.
Oh boy.
When they changed Peter's face, and then the developers tried to comment like, "Oh, this will be better for the game. This will be good for the game." I'm like, no.
That was an absolutely horrible development choice. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if they did that just so they could be more like, I don't know, so they could make him a little bit younger because I don't know, maybe a lot of people were complaining about the mocap for Spider-Man the first game. I didn't mind it. I liked it. Sure, it didn't look
About
the
what?
greatest, but like I don't know, he just looked really old. So
he's
of course.
He's 24. What do you want him to look like? Justin Bieber? Which is now what you got. You
Yeah,
got some
right?
Justin Bieber,
You're
Tom
right.
Holland motherfucker. And the thing is, when I saw the 12-minute gameplay, it got me even more mad because I'm still picturing the face from the first game. And I'm like, yo, that would be so perfect. And then this man looks like he barely made it out of high school. He looks like he ain't never kissed a girl in his life. And he's going to be like, I'm going to kill Carnage. I'm going to kill Craven. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that voice with that face, I can't take you seriously. You don't look aggressive enough. Like, his first face was perfect, man. Perfect for this role. He's going to look run down. He's going to look angry.
I don't know.
He's going to...
I hope. Well, to be fair, we have not seen this face of Spider-Man yet, and I have a feeling they're keeping it back because of that reason. But
it's gonna look so stupid.
I can't wait to maybe they changed it. Maybe they aged him up a little bit. I hope they did because the dude looks younger than Miles Morales did in his game. So shit. I did not like the change in design for that. That was a horrible take. Good job, Insomniac. I don't know what the hell you were thinking. Anyways,
that's the only time I ever questioned their fucking words.
It was that was
weird. The only time. It's very weird, and I think it may have come from PlayStation. I feel like they wouldn't have done that like on their own, you know.
No, I mean maybe, but also I don't know. That's weird. I have something that is
your hot takes. Yeah.
I have something that is a game, another gamer hot take from an actual gamer, actual gaming community member, dude. Not our community members, because our community members are silent. Y'all don't comment on our shit. So, God damn. Anyways, so this is from, I don't even know when the hell this is. Oh, this is from 2019, right? Okay, so I'm on a ranker because they do like a whole ranking of like horrible game takes. But this is on Twitter. I replied to a tweet from IGN saying Nintendo is doing its best to prioritize the health of developers, even if it means a game will get delayed. And some wonderful person decided to comment, as always, Nintendo prioritizes its ass over the consumer. Good job, guys. Guess who pays? Guys, stop hating on developers for delaying games and choosing the health of their workers over getting a game out early or on time even. Game delays are okay. Game delays are good. That means these developers are not just dying for this game.
What was the comment that he said? What was the last thing he said?
He said, guess who pays?
Oh, like, good job. Like he said, well,
it's like, you know what? Guess who pays? Guess who pays? If they like crunch a game to get out on time and not delay it, 1, we pay. 2, the devs pay. 3, literally, it's not a good thing for anyone. You know,
it's really hard to understand if they were trolling or being serious or whatever.
Who knows? Really but difficult. They're a clown, okay? Really, and I hate, and you know what? That goes for anyone who just starts complaining and hating on game delays and shit like that. Unironically, fuck you, dude. Like, seriously, game delays are good. It might be weird to say that or imagine, but game delays are good.
I mean, it sucks because I remember we were angry at game delays when we were teenagers. That was the last time we were.
Because we didn't understand it.
I mean, and it sucks because, no, it's not that, because we didn't have any fucking lives.
Well, that's that too. You're not wrong. We're like, I want this game now, though.
So, like, we have to remember that now gaming is multi-generational. You're going to have, and now that everybody has access to the internet, you're going to have 9, 10-year-olds and 15-year-olds like, yo, fuck this. Yeah, right. I want this. What am I going to do all summer? I'm going to be home from school. Like, so you got to remember. And then, like, we don't care about game delays because we're grown-ass men. I go to work for 40 hours a day, and I manage people. And that is so exhausting, and you get so sucked in. And then you come home and play the games that you've been trying to play for months, and it's just been not happening. So like, when a game gets today, you're like, thank fucking God, I can finish what I was playing earlier. Yes.
Get more caught up. You know, right now, yeah, I will 100% agree with you on there. But even then, it's like, I think we got also burned really, really badly in our older age, and our elderly gamers, right? Elderly gamer age, we got burned with like games that were rushed, games that were put out that should have gotten delayed because they definitely deserved more time in the oven. And when they launched, they were just not great. They were not. Some of them were broken. Some launches were worse than others. Badder. Wow, I'm an English major, guys. Some launches were worse than others. But like we see what can happen when a game gets delayed and then released. And it's great versus a game that gets rushed to make that deadline and it's like broken. All right. Okay, now, I'll agree with people who get mad when a game is delayed and then launches and it's still shit. I will 100% be in your camp on that because what the hell? Yeah. What the hell? Right. You had the time.
Not counterpoint. Tangent.
Okay, tangents. I like tangents.
We're young, healthy gamers. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear that from you.
No, but I'm talking about dude, we're almost 30. Like KJ is over 30. Goddamn. But we are considered elder gamers at this point because the bulk of the gaming community is like 16, and we're not 16.
This would be the perfect time
for KJ to just kill my ass. Yes. Hi, KJ. If you're still watching, I love you.
Yo, KJ, come on and burn this guy. Just for like five fucking minutes.
Just jump on, shred my ass, and then leave.
Fine.
You know what? Okay. I low key do that on purpose now, just to get a rise out of him.
Jesus. No, I think it's...
But no, seriously though, like, think about it. We are considered elder gamers.
That's stupid, because gaming's been going on since the 60s.
Yes, but I'm talking about, like, the majority of the gaming community. We're up there. We're in the upper, like, lower percentages, because the majority of people are, like, 13 to...
Yeah, and let me jokingly, not jokingly, but jokingly fucking gatekeep. If your fucking first console was a PS3, don't fucking talk to me, dog. If you grew up with games that the game looked as good as the cutscene or even better, don't talk to me, dog. Like I don't need your non-historical.
Talk about a gaming hot take. All right, we're moving on. I have a couple of dev horrible takes, and you know what?
I have a CEO hot take.
Well, yeah, we got a couple. We got at least one of those. I got two horrible takes from surprisingly the same dev. Can you guess who it is? Guess.
Bethesda.
No, it's fucking EA because of all the horrible takes in the gaming sphere. EA is the fucking worst. All right. So
I don't really count them because they're just 100% horrible all the time. It's not just one or two
that
takes.
Is true.
It's all of
I got two big ones. I got two big ones that like took the cake. All right. The one is EA. Our loot boxes are actually surprise mechanics that are quite ethical. What the fuck? Talk about a horrible ass take. That so much was bullshit. Yeah, surprise so mechanics. This is from 2019, okay? Now, since then, loot boxes have been deemed a type of gambling and have been banned in many countries. So, EA has had to backtrack substantially on that. But still... This is from a couple of years ago. I don't care. It's still a horrible ass take. But I will not.
I think I know which one you're about to say. Go ahead.
What? Well, I mean, that I will not, forgive them for. The other one from them, and I'm still so mad. And you know what? This didn't even make sense because all their games, like a lot of their games, were in this realm anyways, and they still continue to make them. So I don't know what the hell they're saying. Yeah. But they freaking said, like, I don't remember when this was, but they're like, single player games are finished.
Nobody plays single player games.
Yeah,
I remember that. I knew that was going to be your next one.
Excuse you? What are you, dude? The majority of your games are single player games. What are you talking about, man? Like the fuck? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense.
Just for them to come out with two of the most successful single player games of theirs in recent memory.
For real.
Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order. Like, the fuck are you talking about, guys?
It doesn't make any sense. I don't even know why they bothered saying that. Like, oh my God. Like, there have been so many, like every single game of the year has been a single player game. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But man, I still get angry thinking about them saying that. I'm like, EA, literally suck a dick. Like, what the hell? Why are you like this, EA? Why do you make us want to hate you? Why?
Because they think that hatred is the way to selling their soul and getting them forever. I mean, because they know that it's like as they built their empire off of the opposite of what they're doing now. They built their empire off of
legit
being fun, being extreme, SSX, NBA games, like the fun street games, all that stuff. EA Sports, it's in the game. Who the hell remembers that, bro? Like they used to be.
That's nostalgic as hell. Let's be honest here. Come on, don't.
They used to be about that.
They did.
You know?
They did. They used to be a good dev. They used to be a great dev, and now
they shut down EA Sports.
Now they're just because they couldn't crack it in today's sports realm. I mean, there's so like. The 2K games, the Madden games, all of them just buried EA Sports. All right, like,
yeah, I mean it's stupid because
but like,
you need some diversity. I mean, you need some diversity and variety. And honestly, I find realism sports games absolutely boring and dreadful for them.
No, we just said this to KJ. No, KJ, you're still watching. Sorry, buddy, but no, if they actually added in. The old school, arcade sports modes, Street, Blitz, all that shit. Those games would sell so much more. And I dare you to prove me wrong. Like, everyone prefers it.
I mean, I would actually buy a 2K game. I would actually buy one and just play NBA Street all day. Like, that would be my shit.
100%.
Get online, 100%. Like,
I don't give a shit about sports games. I've never got into them. If you like them, fine. But, like... Dude, no, like they tweak certain things. They make the game slightly better with each iteration. They're the Call of Duty of sports games. So,
and this is what I was saying in the chat, where it's just like, look, in modern gaming, you could just put up a yearly patch every year.
They literally could. 2 to 3 years. They literally could. Like
update the mechanics, update the roster, keep it a bean.
The only thing they couldn't do was update the graphics. But at this point. Like
if you come out with a new game engine,
if you come out with
like a new game.
Like if you come out like every generation should just have one live service sports game, one, because that game's going to look as good as it will in like 6 years.
And then if you really want to be,
but I'm not trying to
have some money. No, I mean I agree. I mean if you really want to have some money for your efforts, make it like $20 yearly upgrade, like. Yearly honestly, yes. Now, hold on, because I'm going to get another glass of wine. Back really quick. Rants. Fill a space. Fill a space. I can fill many things with myself. I don't know if that's... I can fill many things with myself. I don't know how dirty I can get with this, but no, I mean, it's really funny because you have these devs that have these horrible takes. And then they're just like, well, why do you think this is happening and this is happening? We're not making as much money. It's like, because you have really bad takes about what the industry, about what we want and what we need. I mean, it's like Patrick said, the game of the year contenders were single player games last year. Most of them, if not all of them. You God of War, Plague Tale 2, Elden Ring. Which technically it does have some multiplayer elements, but like mostly just a single player game, So it's just really weird when developers themselves come out and have bad takes. I just thought of another horrible take in recent memory.
All right, let's go. Horrible takes. Let's get back into it.
My favorite. No, see, this is another one that really grinded my gears. Shout out.
It really grinds my gears. I love we both.
This is another one that really grinds my fucking gears. God damn. 2 years ago, if we don't remember, a little Japanese company called Square Enix put out a motherfucking letter that said we're stupid for not understanding NFTs.
Oh my god, dude, you're not ranting about NFTs again. You're not ranting about this again. You do it.
It's a hot take in gaming. It's literally this is literally the conversation we're having.
I know.
I'm not.
But we have heard this conversation so many times.
I'm not going into a rant. I'm just stating that this was a hot take in recent memory that sucked.
All right. Fair enough.
That wasn't a segue.
Go off, King. Go off.
What was your next one?
My next one was another dev one because I love holding devs accountable for their bullshit. But hey, Todd Howard, you're an idiot. We don't have a problem with 30 frames per second as long as it looks really good and the simulation is running and all that stuff. Bethesda, hold on, bro. When was the last time? When was the last time that your simulation was running and all that stuff? All right, let's be honest here. Every single one of your games has launched with obnoxious levels of bugs, glitches, and bullshit in every single one of your games, save for anything made by Arcane. All right, Arcane's actually been on their shit lately, like constantly actually, and so has not Oblivion. Was it Oblivion that made New Vegas? Is that Oblivion? No,
not sure.
Who made New Vegas? It wasn't Oblivion. Fuck. The one dev that's under Bethesda, but didn't make.
Because I didn't play. I don't pay attention to Fallout. So I don't pay attention to Fallout too much. So I wouldn't know.
Oh my god, is it Obsidian? I had to, right. Obsidian, sorry. But yeah, no. Obsidian has been on their shit. All of your companies have been on their shit. They've been solid. They've been consistently good. All right. Main Bethesda? What's going on with you? Shit.
I heard that this is their first IP in 25 years. I'm not sure how true that is.
No, it's not. What the hell?
Yeah, somebody said.
Wait, no.
It was their first
76.
Their first
new. Yeah, no, I believe that. I believe that 100% because all their other games that they've published, it wasn't theirs. It was Arcane, it was Obsidian, it was whatever. Because Obsidian came out with The Outer Wilds, which was an amazing game, or The Outer Worlds, incredible game. Arcane just came out with Dishonored, and then they came out with what's the name of it? Bullet something? No. The one where you're Deathloop. There, thank you. Deathloop. Yeah, that one. That I still have yet to finish, but yeah, Deathloop. So Bethesda in and of itself, yes, this is their first IP in forever. So, come on, guys.
If it is, why wouldn't you want to put your best foot forward? And instead of just trying to cover up your, lack of inability to optimize, why wouldn't you just delay the game until you could do that?
Oh, also, I have to correct myself there for a second. Sorry. Arcane, you were great for a while, and then you released Redfall, and now you're what the fuck. Anyways, go ahead.
I know some people that actually really like Redfall. I know a father that plays it with his son, says it's great.
It's apparently a misfire, and they lost so much money on it. So, anyways,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, but so it's like if this is your first, I don't know how many years it's been, but if this is your first IP in a long time.
Well, seriously, think about it. The last game.
Why wouldn't you put your best foot forward?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. But they're talking about just doing 30 frames. I'm like, look, Todd Howard. A game can look great. That's fine. If it doesn't play great, no one's going to give a shit how good it looks. Case and point. And I know you're going to fight me on this, but Anthem, dude. Anthem was bad.
Anthem was very, very bad on release. And we're still seeing articles come out now.
Gorgeous. It looked so good. But God, it played bad.
Yeah, we're still seeing articles about how it was rushed out in a year and a half. It was terrible. Yeah, and then
hey, shout out to EA. Stop doing that shit.
Well, yeah, Final Fantasy games are also hit and miss. They look pretty all the time, but sometimes they're not that great.
Typically, all their numbered games are hits. Almost all their numbered games have actually been hits. All their
people hated 13. 13 won. People hated 13 won.
Yeah, 13 was there was a huge divide with 13. Like people either loved it or hated it. There was no in between. There was such a divide in that community. But like everything, like the 7 remake hit hard, hit great. 15 was great. 16 looks awesome. 14 was really good. It's one of the best MMOs of all time. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like Final Fantasy 15 lately has been doing the coming out 14. Mid and then eventually. I just mean recent games in general. Coming out mid.
15 came out and it just started off running. Like it was great. I don't think there was any controversy with 15.
There was. A lot of people didn't really like it until like the Golden Edition, and I can't remember what their problems were because I did not pay attention to it because I didn't like Final Fantasy. But like it seems like lately, and then Strangers of Paradise was awful.
Oh yeah, I heard that game was garbage.
I played the demo. It was not great. I mean, the combo, the combat was fine, but the story and the dialogue was god awful. And people want to talk about Forspoken. You know what? Let's not even get into that.
We're not gonna get into that, but no.
No. That was a very horrible take.
Yeah. Todd Howard, just I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking. 60 frames always. 60 frames always.
I was gonna say this is probably gonna be my last point about it. It's just like, look, Todd Howard, I've recently ascended to PC demigodhood, and playing games at 120 to 140 to 240 frames. It's fucking life changing. And I think everybody needs to experience it at least once in their life with a game that they really love. Here's the thing. The frame rate of life is somewhere around like 1,000 to 2,000 FPS. The closer we get to that, the more immersion you'll have. People are not going to be more immersed in 30 frames versus 60 frames. I mean, what are you talking? You've been a developer for what, 20, 30 years? So what are we really talking about here? Like, we used to have games that were at 15, 20 frames per second. And that was fine. And then we got to 30, and that used to be the standard. And then we got to 60, and now that's the standard. Like, why would we regress, sir? That's my only question. I don't know. What do I have to tell you? Like, and I'm going to be more sensitive to frame performance nowadays because of the fact that I now have a PC, and I'm looking to upgrade to something that's state of the art by the end of the year. So, especially with that, and then I might even get a new monitor that goes even beyond 240 frames. So, it's just like, look, you have people that expect something, and because they were promised this thing when the next-gen consoles were first announced, and you're going to hit below that and then try to defend it, at least apologize and be sorry you can't get it to 60. No, you're literally trying to say that it's going to be a better option to reduce the frame quality of a game. That makes you even look worse. Yeah. Like, it really does. Yeah. So... that's stupid. Anything else you want to say about that hot take?
No, that you covered all the bases, my guy. I do have one more hot take. I guess we could do one or two more because we got a late start to it. I apologize. We're doing small talk, but one that is again from I guess this whole rank thing was from 2019. I don't know, but this is just the one I picked up. But since it is Pride Month, and that's great, gotta support the Pride. Support the LGBTQ plus everyone else, whatever it is now. And that's not me hating on it. It's just a lot of freaking letters, all right? Anyways, no, there was a Seattle Pride 2019. Nintendo had a banner that said "Play it proud," and of course, somebody commented, "This wouldn't be happening if Reggie was still president." I'm pissed. Yo. Fuck you, dude. Like, and also, this goes for everybody shitting on every company for doing the whole, Pride Month, change the profile picture or post about celebrating Pride, blah, 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 whatever. Also, anyone that's shitting on Ellie for being gay in The Last of Us, all of you people can die in a hole. That's putting it lightly.
Bro, Ellie is America's sweetheart of that fucking Last of Us IP, bro. Like, to hate Ellie and Last of Us is to hate God. I'll make it that. I'll make that comparison. We already know that that's a hot take or that's a bad take because, like, guys,
being gay, being trans, being everything else is completely okay, completely normal. We should support it. They're actual people. It's okay, all right? God damn, chill. Fucking hell, it's 2023. Be okay with that shit. God.
Beautiful. So I think my next one is going to be related to one of your last ones where they were just like, oh, single player. It was a blanket statement about
sure.
gaming sphere of games. And this one is from a company that has been notarized for generations of creating great, amazing gameplay experiences. And when they said this is probably when I started to think this is going to be a downturn. And so far it kind of has been. This person said, and you guys will probably remember, nobody likes playing old games. Mr. Jim Ryan,
again.
the CEO of PlayStation.
Yeah, bro, not good luck.
And he had to backtrack on that so hard. And
we airing out everyone's dirty laundry today.
He had to backtrack so hard, and this is exactly why their PlayStation Plus is in fire, and it's not popping off. Because they are not doing enough to provide legitimacy to keep people engaged with something they grew up with. Like they're not doing anything for preservation, game preservation. Why can't I play a game from 20 years ago? Why are you making it illegal for me to download and find it on the internet and play something that I played 20 years ago when you're not giving it to me for in a legit mainstream way? Like what do you want me to do? Like, you know, and this is why I love that I got a PC and a Steam Deck, like, so I can go out and get these games and just play them at my leisure instead of waiting for them to maybe not add this to PS Plus, you know, on stream. But my add you know, and then the games that they have, and we talked about this before, the games they've released so far have performed utterly terribly in their games for 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So what? And now you want to So you started saying that people don't want to play old games. Then you backtracked and tried to give somebody pretty much a rotten turkey. You know, if we want to use food, you know, analogies. They gave us
the equivalent of the smallpox blanket.
Yeah.
They gave us the equivalent of a smallpox blanket. All right, let's just be honest here.
You know, and then you look at Xbox, they're you know, putting everything in high definition. They're putting everything at 120 frames. If it's something before Xbox One, they're like, you know, really doing all the works to make sure people really have something to come and play. And of course I know low-key is because they don't have any current games out that are, you know, exclusively popping right now. But at least that they're trying to do something else to at least like kind of balance that out. And where PlayStation has some exclusives, but not really a lot right now.
Yeah.
You know, and they're still not doing anything to try and help get that off the ground and try to balance that out. So I mean, it's just a really bad take because like, it is a bad take. You're going to want to keep playing.
No, I 100%.
I will revisit.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree with you there. I mean, as much as like I'm of the mindset of like I will most likely choose something new or something old, even if it's like at the same time I will 100% play remakes of older games because typically those remakes have been fire. But at the same time, like it's just because like I played the game already, and I'm not one to like replay games that often. I'm usually going back. If I'm replaying a game, it's usually like a multiplayer game that's been updated since then. So I'm not the one to just replay a story game just because it was my favorite game, whatever. That's just me, though. That's just me. Like, I don't get the game that often. So if I want to play something, I'm going to want to choose something new that I haven't experienced yet. So that's purely me.
I mean, I grew up with parents that didn't really care or understand gaming. So once they got me something, that was it. I had to replay it. I had to find enjoyment in it.
I completely understand the love for older games. Like I completely get it because there's a lot of really, really good older games, and they've like a lot of my favorite older games have been PlayStation exclusives or they're on Nintendo or something like that, and I can always go to my buddy's house and play the Nintendo games on his Switch. That's very cool. But like a lot of the exclusives that I loved, Sony has actually remastered, like, the Jak and Daxter trilogy. They've remastered and put out for sale. That's lit. I love that. The same goes with the Ratchet and Clank games and stuff like that. So I like that. I love that. At the same time, I still have not gone and bought the Jak and Daxter series, even though it was literally my favorite series growing up. So yeah,
I did.
It's weird.
I did get it. I got it for my girl. But.
It's a weird blend because like people do like to play old games, all right? But I will admit that the majority of people like to play newer games. But that doesn't mean that we don't want that option available to play older games. That's what we should always have, that option. That's why Xbox has been doing so good with their backwards compatibility, and Sony's been dragging their ass with that shit because they decided to make the PS3 different and weird and complicated and.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I have a emulator. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I have an emulator.
Everybody has an emulator. Calm down. They're not going to hunt you down for an emulator.
You know, that I can play PS3 games and it's shoddy. I'm still trying to find a way to play Killzone 2 because I never got a chance to play it.
Killzone
and that's
2
another
thing.
That's another thing. You have people that grew up back then. Gaming was a joke. Parents didn't care about it. Nobody cared about it. So like
people were made fun of if you were a gamer. Nowadays, if you're a gamer, it's awesome. Every girl wants a golden retriever gamer boy energy boyfriend. All right. Back in the day, if you were a gamer, you were weird and a nerd.
Laughed at. Yeah, you got laughed at.
Gen Z's got it easy, man. God.
They care about glasses now. When we were kids,
right. I was so worried about getting glasses in freshman year because, I was like, I don't want to be a nerd. I want to be made fun of. And then, now glasses are cute and nerdy and man. I'm just like, where the fuck was this love when I had glasses?
Because we were kids. Stupid, man. Stupid. Mm-hmm. But no, so it's funny
side tangent. Sorry, before you go off.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. Totally personal note, all right? Inside baseball for you guys. Actually, just a personal note. Dude, I see the glasses you're wearing. One, love them. Love the little bar. Love the shit. I'm going to send you a website because they have Star Wars themed glasses and they have a bunch of that style. That are they have Jabba's palace that are green. They have Boba Fett glasses, and they have a pair of R2-D2 circular glasses. They're all metal frames too, which is lit. But they have the little icon on the foot of the glasses, right here, and then they have
so cool.
little tiny decals on the nose bridge and then along the rim. I'm gonna send you the link. I think you're gonna love them. But anyways, that was just the whole
send
thing.
me that.
Yeah, it's so cool. They're $100, which is still really good for glasses.
That's still pretty good.
That's great for glasses, and you can just put in your prescription. But anyways, sorry, that was just the thing. I'm gonna send you that. I hope. They're cool. They're really, really cool. They have a Han Solo and Carbonate one, which are just gray. They're gray, but they have the Han Solo icon and the Chewie icon and shit. It's really cool. Anyways, but yeah. So I have one more hot take. Sorry, I keep saying hot take. I have one more horrible take. All right, and this one. I hesitate to call it a horrible take because we've kind of talked about this a little bit, but not specifically about this. So Apex Legends tweeted out, how many kills do you have with your main? Trying to drum up community with all their, whenever you have a game like that, you have a main, right? Someone commented, having quote unquote X character is my main quote. It's just a nice way of saying, I am a sweaty nerd who found one thing to be super duper good at instead of trying to be competent with all classes. Main ideology promotes toxicity and elitism. I hesitate to call that a bad take because he makes some good points, but at the same time, a lot of it's just fucking bullshit. A lot of it's just bullshit.
Here's the thing. There's been a lot of movies about dating and a lot of teen high school dramas about dating. And instead of sticking to
baby girl, sorry. My wife just commented, baby girl, you're watching. Hi, baby, I love you. Thank you.
Go ahead.
When
when you're trying to date somebody, this is the perfect analogy because when you're trying to date somebody and you're trying to be something that you're not, instead of sticking to your strengths? Does that A, make the girl be driven away from you and make the date horrible, or B, make them jump into your laps immediately? I'm going to say A, right? So if you follow the same analogy with a multiplayer game and you're on a team and each team has a specific class, when you try to do something that you're not really good at, who does it hurt? The opposite team or your own? I mean, I'm going to go with B, the opposite, your team.
You're not wrong, and also Sandy says hi, Julian.
Oh, hi, Sandy.
But no, I 100% agree with you. Like, there's a point where I will say, yes, it's important to, like, you know, try all the classes, be good at everything. But at the same time, like, saying that, you know, being good just at one class is elitism and toxic. No, they're 100% this person saying that because he gets pwned whenever he gets into these matches by these characters because of that exact reason. Like, look, you find they make all these characters, right? Because they want to give everybody the chance to be good at the game. So they give people the classes that are designed for a specific play type. All right? It's all about inclusivity, right? It's all about accessibility. So, like, you're not just going to give them one character and have it play exactly the same way. And then, you know, either you're good or you're not. Like, that's basically that's essentially Call of Duty. Basically. The only difference is, like, they kind of balance it out because they give, you know, the gun classes, and each of them have their own specific kind of play style and shit like that. But at the end of it, like, the reason Apex is so big is because all the classes play differently. It gives people the opportunity to play how they like. Like, all of them play generally the same, but all of them have their specific specialities that make them unique. And if you're more of a stealth player, you'll have a character that's more on stealth. If you're more aggro, there's a character for that. If you're more support, there's a character for that. That's why it's important for you to choose a character that you're good at, get really good at that character, and then you can branch off and try to do other characters.
Once you understand the flow of the game, the same with fighting, everything like that.
It's the same with fighting games. Exactly the same with fighting games, right? There's a character for each specific play style, right? Like, that's the reason I love the Flash in the Injustice series, because I'm always an aggro fighter, always, and I get pwned by you and KJ. Why aren't you zooming in? Zoom in. Come on now. I'm making a good point here. Making a good point here. God, I get pwned because I just aggro. I always aggro in every single fighting game I'm in. That's just how I play. And I get destroyed by people who know how to fucking block. That's just me.
Just block, man. Like, it's not that difficult.
Dude, I just try to go hard into it and just overwhelm them with attacks. And it never works, but that's just how I play. That's why I love the Flash, because he's fast as shit. That's why I like Cabal, because he's fast as shit in Mortal Kombat. That's why I like fucking...
Oh my god. Evolve your style.
Yeah, I know. But that's just me. That's just me.
I'll take. You're part of the problem. I'm sorry. I hate accessibility in fighting games.
No, it's good, dude. About this. Okay, look, accessibility to a point, right? Like, you don't want... To a point. Like, the auto... Like, that's the reason I'm surprised you're getting Street Fighter 6, because literally the entire game is just auto combos to death.
No. I played the demo. It's not auto combos. There's just an option. So what they're doing is they're doing what they used to do with, you know, the old school fighting games like Marvel 2, like Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. You know, they're giving you the simple style, and then they're giving you the classic style. So, like, you can either do one or the other. And, like, KJ did make a good point, you know, that sometimes, you know, games have always had simple and classic styles.
Yeah.
But they're making it more simplistic than what it used to be. So, you know, it was just simple button, but now there's auto combos, and now there's all these other system mechanics around, you know, trying to make things more simplistic.
It's good and bad. I wish there's an option in fighting games for, like, hardcore modes or just hard modes in general, especially when you're playing online, because that way you could play against people only in that setting who are, like, diehard fans. And then there are other ones that are, like, playing against other players at their level, you know?
No, yeah,
I really wish that would be great. That would be awesome. I really wish that was a thing, but it's not. You just have to deal with it.
Yeah,
that's why I like ranked stuff in like Call of Duty, because you're playing against other people of your skill level.
I don't like ranked modes because
not in fighting games. Not in fighting games.
No, in general, most times I don't play ranked modes in general just because people will just play lame just for the sake of trying to, get ahead. And that's the only that's my only complaint.
Like they're trying to cheese the system.
Options. Yeah, exactly. And that's my only.
Like they'll play bad to stay in a certain rank and then pwn in the rank. But a lot of games have actually fixed that by like, if you play really good in ranked matches, you move up in rank. That's how they keep people from cheesing that system. Because otherwise, you could easily cheese it by like ranking up to a certain level in regular multiplayer, jumping into ranked, and then pwning everyone.
And then,
so that way, like if you play a ranked match, you will level up in that ranked match. So they kind of keep it, balanced like that. But no, I kind of get what you're saying. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, my only fear is that like accessibility options, it'll do the opposite effect of what the developers want, and it'll just allow people to play lane easier. And it's just like, well, I don't really want to sit there and just deal with the Dukins all day and just like I'm like, dude, can you do something else? Stop trying to zone me out. Like, so like it has its benefits. Like, of course, if you're, I'm in the camp where like we're from the age of gaming where like if it was hard, tough shit, get better or quit. So, I mean, that's just how it is. Like, I like that because it challenges you and makes you become better. And, like, it actually gave me a lot of qualities, like having such determination and willpower to progress and get through something and having the skill to develop and find it better. It definitely applies to real life. So that's why I'm always in the camp of, if you can get better at this, because when you go out and interact with the real world's not going to care if you're not good at this. If you're not good, you're either going to get better or you're going to get shit on. That's how it is. So that's how I treat my video games. Like, it's an escape. It's a fantasy escape, but it's also something that it's not pressure for me. It's because I enjoy video games. I want to be better at them, and I want the challenge of overcoming things. So if I can't play with this character, I'm going to lab it until I get better. And that satisfaction of putting in the grinding and the hard work because you make the time to do it, and then you go online, somebody tries to fucking cheese you, and then you just fucking parry that shit. And then it's just like, haha, bitch, because I actually know the game.
Oh, okay. I'm back. We're back. We're fine. Okay.
That was my
I will agree with you there. Like, I feel like in every single one of my games, like, I've always found, like, a character that fit my playstyle really, really well, and that I could, like, kind of grind and get better at. And then, like, once I feel like I've gotten really, really good at that character, I'll branch out. That's what I did with Multiversus. Yeah. And I like that because Multiversus was pretty easy to get good. Like, really, really good.
To understand it and everything.
Yeah, it was really, really good to get really good at certain characters. And then it gave me the opportunity to branch out and try other characters. I like that. I really like that because I got really, really good with Finn. KJ still beat the shit out of me, but I don't care. I beat the shit out of you with Finn plenty times, so I'm going to take that dub from me.
True.
But, like, KJ is a fighting game god, so, like, shit. He's literally the best fighting game player out of all of us. So, I can't be mad that I lost to him, but at the same time, like,
I feel like me and KJ are kind of at the same level. It's just I don't play fighting games as regularly as I should. So, like,
I mean, that's
I'll
fair.
go as be just from, like, not practicing enough.
Yeah,
and that's fair. That's fair.
That's the thing. I'm a very casual fighting game fan. I'm very, very casual, okay? I like the reason I like Mortal Kombat is because of the story. Because the story of Mortal Kombat is fucking cool. So good.
So I've been going through transitions where like as a kid I was a fighting game enthusiast. That was like my staple, whatever. And now like FPSs, and not the generic FPSs. I'm just talking about like all kinds of FPSs.
I feel like if KJ went up to you 1v1 in like an FPS game like Doom Eternal, there's a 1v1 mode in that. You would
that would be a tie. Yeah, it would either be a tie or I may have a slight advantage. But it's just
whereas
like,
if you guys went up against me in an RPG,
in Mortal Kombat.
No, if you guys went up against me in an RPG, I would destroy you guys in an RPG. I'm the RPG guy, you're the FPS guy, and KJ is the fighting game guy and the sports guy.
Yeah,
like that's the balance between us, dude. Like, and that's not saying that you guys aren't bad or good. Like, that's just like I'm just like huge.
What we play the most. Yeah,
fan. That's why. That's why I was actually looking forward to Diablo, because I'm like, shit.
It's just like it goes back to that click point mechanic, and it's just like I was getting into it with you guys, but I feel like if I did it with randoms or did it with like
that's exactly Inside Baseball. I pre-ordered Diablo 4 because even if Jules doesn't, I'm playing it next Tuesday on the proper game night because it's the day it releases. Okay, it's literally the launch day, my guy. Like, come on.
I've had to compromise so many financial moral values when it comes to gaming this year.
See, that's the thing. Like, I limit myself to 1 or 2 games a month, and that's it. That's why it's like this month it's Diablo, and it's probably gonna be Final Fantasy unless there's another game that seeks my interest. Next month it's gonna be Exoprimal and whatever else comes out. I might end up getting Street Fighter 6 next month. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
August is going to be Bomb or Cyberpunk for me. I can't wait for that.
There you go.
Game.
There you go. But like,
and
then September is going to be Spider-Man.
There's a couple games coming.
And Mortal Kombat.
Spider-Man, Mortal Kombat. Yeah,
that's going to be it. Like those 2 games are going to be my September.
So I think the last 3 months of 2023 are going to be interesting because there's no lineup so far. I've not heard of like everything.
Holiday, you mean? October, November, December. Yeah.
Most games that are coming out without an exact date this year is general 2023. Like so far, there's like at least 10 games that are supposed to come out this year. We still have no exact due date. So I think the last 3 months of the year are going to be expensive and interesting.
But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what actually happens, what actually comes out. I don't actually know what's going to come out. They're going to be announcing shit at the Summer Games Fest, so we'll see. But yeah,
any
guys.
lasting thoughts, Patrick?
No, just be careful what you say on the internet because 2 random dudes might come on and talk shit about you. Honestly, like seriously, there's some takes that are just really, really bad when it comes to gaming, and KJ will tell you I've been the source of a lot of them. But I think a lot of my takes are just like hot takes for us, not so much for gaming in general. I mean,
they're kind of they are harmless, but at the end of the day, hi Patrick's mom. I think it becomes detrimental when it's CEOs
toxic to the. It becomes detrimental when it becomes toxic to the community as a whole. All right, just don't be toxic. Seriously, I think just God.
I think it's more detrimental when it comes from people that are creating the things that you enjoy. So like developers, CEOs.
Yeah, no, 100%. It does.
Like when they start saying all this, it's like, hold on. Like I could take some random kid on the street going on YouTube and saying some dumb shit that I can forget about tomorrow. But when you're creating a game that I love, and you're telling me that it's going to be better to regress the performance because it'll make it better.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
And you want me to pay $10 more than what I had to pay 5 years ago?
I know.
It's terrible. So that's when I think it gets detrimental. But
that's fair. I agree with that.
Hot takes.
I agree with
that.
Guys,
fine. Whatever.
What do you think?
What are your hot takes?
Yeah, what do you show me your hot takes we can like rant about on a video in a couple of weeks?
We might make this a series.
We might. We kind of did this a little bit. We just did hot takes in gaming that were our own individual hot takes, which I think we need a redo of because we got some more hot takes surrounding sequel games and stuff like that. But guys, let us know any of your hot takes. Try not to make them horrible. What are some of your favorite horrible takes in the gaming sphere, gaming community? Let us know all your thoughts and stuff in the comment section below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch, wherever this ends up going, jump up on there, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Send us your support. We love it. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay excellent. Jules, thank you so much, buddy.
We'll see you at the next dive-in, guys.
Literally
have a good weekend. Hope you had a great Memorial weekend. Sorry
Yeah.
we didn't even ask you how your weekend was. It was a holiday. Hope everybody got some good barbecue chicken, had some fun with some family, you know, and pretty much enjoyed life, you know. So
Seriously.
we will see you next week. We'll probably be playing Diablo 4 on Tuesday because Patrick is an adorable face I can't say no to. So
I offered to buy it. I offered to buy you the game.
No, it's fine.
I literally offered to buy you the game.
I know, but I'll just get it. Like
you know you're gonna get it anyways. Just put it on a credit card and pay it off later.
It's just I'm paying for my car tomorrow, and that's gonna make me real nervous. So like, it's.
Thank you very much for watching. If you want to contribute to our Stay Alive Fund, there's no link. Just, send us money on Facebook. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay excellent. And we'll see you guys in the next... Well, actually, we'll see you on Tuesday for the Proper Game Night where we'll be playing Diablo. And then we'll see you next Thursday/Friday for the Proper Game Talk Show. Stay excellent.
I promise we'll get the stream right on Tuesday. We have to. It's Diablo 4.
Hey, we have been good lately. Anyways, guys, love you guys.
So,
bye.
Bye.